Today is Tuesday, so we have pretty much officially sent our IDs, booked our apartment for living in Romania. Now, I know this outfit might seem strange in the middle of summer. My cute little mesh shoes, as always. But honestly, it's quite cold with air conditioning. And I was feeling a bit under the weather yesterday. I think I mentioned. So today, this morning, I don't know if the morning the one feels a little bit better. I'm feeling a bit better. Not 100%, but you know. Okay, I'm wearing the sweater I got yesterday, which is nice. Yeah, really, this doesn't seem like... Maybe I don't know, being a bit crazy. But anyway, where we go for breakfast as well is quite strong air conditioning, so I like to just not have cold air blasting on my back. And usually I'm just in, well, the past few days I've just been in my gym outfit, which meant I was anyway like long pants and a top. But I didn't go to the gym today just to keep my immune system, you know, working on battling whatever it is, hopefully in the background. But yeah, I just wanted to say good morning and I'll take you along to breakfast. But if it's crowded, probably won't take the camera out. And now like the waiters or the staff working there are getting to know, I wouldn't say kind of getting to know me, but like yes, the camera is, I will be more self-conscious with it. You know when you feel invisible, it feels okay, but yeah. Anyway, let's see. But yeah, let's go for breakfast and I'm going to be back in the room probably on the laptop editing and maybe doing a few other cool things. Hi guys, so as you might have just seen, I just left the hotel for a cookie run. I've been on my laptop all day today actually. I wanted to stay, I was actually planning not even to leave the hotel. I don't know what inspired me, and then I looked up a cookie place nearby which had some good cookies, and I found some. They're a bit expensive, but they look really amazing, so I'm hoping that they're great. I feel very cool in my outfit today. I'm wearing jeans, mostly because it works indoors and I was only going to be out very quickly. And this top, which used to be like a bodysuit, which I found very uncomfortable because it was just not long enough for my torso. So then I cut it where there was the connecting points and it's a perfect little crop top. And what else are my Skechers, my babies? There we go. Practical shoes, a little bit different. I would wear those mesh shoes every single day, but I'm worried they're gonna wear out very quickly. And I feel always very cool with these glasses that I got in America, and just a hat from the sun. And also just because my hair feels a little messy, so easier to keep it under a hat. But yeah, now I'm actually feeling a bit hungry, so I'm gonna go stop to get some food upstairs and then come back and probably go back to the laptop life. Good morning guys. I feel like you've already seen each of these individual items in a different outfit. But anyway, I'm wearing this cotton on top folded over and my Levi's jeans, which I also wore yesterday actually, and my new Adidas Tokyos, I think I can call them, I don't really know. Anyway, so I just went for breakfast and I thought I would be cool wearing my sunglasses too, but I didn't actually end up wearing them. I just kept them on my head and then on the table in the breakfast room. But I always feel so much cooler when these sunglasses are on. Imagine I never used to wear sunglasses and now I feel like I never want to take sunglasses off. But anyway, I want to say good morning. I think today is Wednesday and I did not go to the gym this morning. We had a bit of a, like, what can I say, rude awakening this morning. So there's a room obviously next to us and at like 5:15 I heard knocking and it was so loud I thought it was our door. Matteo slept through it, which was quite impressive, but like I kind of jumped out of bed and I checked the time. I was like, what in the world? Why is someone knocking at this time of night? Anyway, so then I went to check the door and you know the little peep keyhole, checking in. what was going on outside, and it was actually somebody knocking on the neighboring room, but honestly the doors are like paper thin. I don't know if it's just the layout. It just means that I can always hear, and it just happens to be that room. I don't know if it's like a family room, knocking going on in that room. That happened once. All right, so I woke up, which is annoying because once I wake up in the morning, it's very difficult for me to go back to sleep. And I was about to get in bed, and again, knocking. I was like, no, this is taking, I don't want to say the word, but like, honestly, how can you be doing that at 5 a.m.? So then I opened the door in my dressing gown. I was like, guys, can you just please stop knocking at 5 o'clock in the morning? Oh, I'm so sorry, blah, blah, blah. Okay, they were polite. You know, I'm half asleep and I was not like thinking straight. So I exited the room in my dressing gown, knocked at their door. The person answered. I asked them to please stop. They were very polite about it. They did seem genuinely sorry. Because I think the person whose room it was, obviously, you know, these people just kept, I don't know if it was the friends or whatever, just kept coming in and out. And our room door closed, which means I was locked out. I just didn't even think to take the car. I didn't think to keep the door open. You know, so then I had to knock on the door, and which, by the way, all this time, Matteo was still sleeping, which I'm very impressed by because he's usually the light sleeper. But when it comes to like knocking, I hear it immediately, no matter what state I'm in. But he obviously doesn't. So then I had to knock at our door, and I was like, oh my gosh, he's not gonna wake up because he didn't wake up from their knocking. He's not gonna wake up from my knocking. But like after a couple of knocks, he did actually hear, and he came to check what was going on. I felt so bad because I really didn't want to wake him up. I was like, okay, it's one of the rare occasions he doesn't wake up from noise. I just wanted to make them stop and then go back to sleep without him knowing. But of course, how stupid I was, I locked myself out. So then he was awake and he was like, but why were you outside of the room? And I explained to him what happened. And it just happened as we're getting into like bed, trying to fall asleep, again the knocking. And this time Matteo was now like, what is going on? And then, okay, we're lying there and they knock again. So Matteo goes to the door and he opens the door, and the person was still in the hallway. He was very nice. He's just like, you know, it's 5 a.m. We're really trying to sleep here. Can you stop? And they were like, oh, I'm so sorry. And honestly, after that, they didn't knock anymore again. Probably they went and nicely snoozed after that. The guy had told me or Matteo, I can't remember now. They had just arrived, but I was like, okay, it's still 5 a.m. I don't know, it probably took me like an hour to fall asleep again. So anyway, even though we were both planning to go to the gym this morning, we both didn't go, sadly. And I think that was a large part of it, unfortunately. But anyway, I was feeling like, okay, it's fine. Honestly, I'm very excited for when we move in our apartment. I'm going to have a nice gym routine. And just because I was a bit under the weather a couple of days ago, like I could feel something funny, I was like, it's fine. Give my immune system one more day of recovery. So like, I am not self-punishing about not going to the gym, if I have to be honest. I go when I go. I'm not going to be freaking out about not going occasionally. And now, yeah, I had some breakfast and I have like a friend, but this lovely lady who is very chatty, who talks to me in this executive suite breakfast room. Yeah, she was telling me her story of her life and it was very sweet. I'm not going to repeat it. Obviously, it's her story to say. I liked having like random chats with people and just learning a little bit about them. So that was cool. While having my breakfast, I haven't had, I don't know if it's just because I know everything that's there already, so I have like this routine, but I'm less and less, like it's always nice and everything. And I started ordering from the menu because before I didn't even know you could do that. So I had fried eggs today, which were very well done. They had like black salt in it. Very good eggs, I have to say. Usually I would only eat one. I made two and I ate both of them. I think I will have shown, or I will show a photo. I didn't only eat eggs. I had eggs, I had like a little pastry with Nutella. I had some yogurt with fruit and some cereals. And as usual, I always start with a salad. So I had a salad. Today's plan of action. You know what? Oh, I was about to say maybe I'll go get a book, but I think I might try find them secondhand. The books just feels like, I don't know. Well, I don't know, because then I feel like I would like to support the author by buying it firsthand. I don't know. Anyway, okay. There's some books I'm interested that we saw the other day in this bookstore. But on my ebook, I had downloaded a book a while ago, which now I'm finally reading, which is called The English Patient. And I actually realized, because then I was looking it up, just a blurb, what is it about? And it's like a classic novel. But I realized the name was familiar to me beyond that, and there was actually a movie, which I think I've seen a little bit of, not the whole thing. It was good. I think the reason I hadn't seen the whole thing is that maybe I was watching with somebody who wasn't interested, or maybe I was, when you're just flicking through the TV, and I don't know, but I don't think I've seen the full movie. Whenever that happened was so long ago. But yeah, so I started reading it, and I have to say, it is so well written. It's just so descriptive. It's very unusual, like the story, the things that it kind of tells, and the imagery it tries to evoke, and it's very interesting. A page turner, the way it's like constructed as well, going through one place to another. In many ways it feels unexpected. It's quite raw. Very cool book, so I'm quite enjoying that. I think I've mentioned maybe in another vlog or a few days ago that I started reading The Portrait of Dorian Gray by, I always blank on his name. I was about to check on my phone the author's name, and then I remembered, Oscar Wilde. But I can't lie, it's heavy. So like I was reading it before going to bed, and then like it was quite like heavy on my mind. So I stopped, and then I actually switched to like a really, I think to like lighten the burden in my heart, into a really light-hearted, this Ivanovic kind of silly book. It's about like a bounty hunt. It's very silly, but it was like I had to go to the opposite extreme just to like relax the mind, because I was like, oh my gosh, it's kind of the Oscar Wilde book, so far as I've gotten to, about the limited benefit, that golden ray of sunshine of youth, and then just how life crumbles after that. It's really, that is a heavy topic for anyone, because everybody is aging, right? Every single day, every moment, every minute. I'm aging talking to this video. You think about lying at night, almost telling you that your value is dwindling every single day that you get one day older. However, I'm going to force myself to read it, but I think it's like a book I would like to read in the sunshine, I don't know, sitting by the pool or something, like where everything else is happy, so that it's not like my heart isn't too heavy, or I'm not going to bed with these morbid thoughts. Because I read The Importance of Being Earnest, was just like a short book, and it was so good. I absolutely loved it. So I think Oscar Wilde is a very talented, as the world knows, writer. I think he wrote this book while in prison, which may be why it's so dark. Today I'm going to probably be doing a bit of editing. I might go out of the house for a little bit. Let's see. See you later. I don't think I showed you the cookies I bought yesterday. Ignore this in the background. I just took it from our dinner. And I've also taken a few bites from these cookies. Well, one is lotus and one is chocolate chip with salt. Quite expensive cookies. I feel like they're stuffed in the center. I haven't really got to that part yet, so I'll let you know. I think it's going to be delicious. All right, let's try. I almost want to put my sunglasses on. Anyway. You can see me no makeup. I had them in the fridge. Ooh, I think as a result it's very hard. I don't know if this is going to work out. Maybe I have to leave it outside first. It's very good, actually. The cookie on the top came off, but anyway. Sorry, I mean the chocolate chip on the top had come off. Probably not supposed to keep it in the fridge. Right, I think I've had enough for now. Even refrigerated. Maybe I even like it more refrigerated. Both are excellent cookies. I'll write the name of the place.
common report from those who knew the Ceausescu family in
Hello from the rest.
Super.
He has been in a weird mood, so oh no, I can't see. So this is the last weekend we're staying in a hotel. Finally, we're actually really looking forward to moving into our apartment. We actually already have the keys, so we're gonna officially go inside tomorrow. I've already dropped some things off there when picking up the keys. I'll tell you about that experience later because that was interesting. Anyway, Mateo's embarrassed because I'm videoing, but also at the same time he's being very annoying when I'm videoing. You want to get an iced coffee? Yeah. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna wrap up this first experience of Romania over these past 2 weeks, or I might have to split it over two, I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'll vlog throughout the day and show you guys, as I like to say, what's what. I use these sunglasses that I bought in Stowe, Vermont in the US. I feel extra cool. Oh, by the way, so this morning we started the day at the gym, then we had a hotel breakfast, and then we went into the jacuzzi, which isn't actually hot, which is what I was concerned of, and actually wasted the week not going because I was avoiding it because of the heat. But we went to try it out today and it was actually perfect cool temperature. So then we spent a couple of hours in the water, and now we're on a husband mission. He wants to check out some local carpets. So that should be interesting. Take you along and see. Arrived at the carpet place. A bit of a strange shop.
I know. I just. From where?
From Persia.
From.
So we just came out of the carpet shop and we fell in love with the silk ones. You really couldn't tell on the website how beautiful and how much more intricate and high quality the silk carpets are. Of course it cost like 5k euros. But there was a very friendly guy working there, and as soon as Matteo said he was Italian, oh, Italiano, I love Italians, blah blah blah, going nuts for Matteo. So immediately best friends, which is so funny, it's very cute. You know, he was very friendly, showing us around, showing us all the carpets, and there's some very beautiful pieces. The wool is more hardy, but I just, compared to the silk, it's just, yeah. It's a tough one, but anyway. So we had fun looking around, made a new friend, and yeah, let's see. We're gonna look again online. But yeah, just a random little fun carpet experience from my husband, who has these random little obsessions occasionally. Anyway. Now we're going to take a scooter back towards the hotel. What? Yeah. Anyway, guys, so now we've seen the carpets. One sec. And we've just stopped at a cafe where we're going to chill from the heat because it's very hot out there. So we're already roasted. And we took scooters on the way back. So we had like a half an hour walk there. But then, yeah, we were lazy kind of on the way back. And this cafe we're staying at, I think it's called Tukana or something. And it's like a Zimbabwean cafe, which is why I've now been here for the third time. It's very good. And the people are very friendly here, to be fair. Very nice service. And my frappuccino's arrived. With I don't know what, but it looks good. So we've left the coffee shop and now we're on our way back to the hotel room. We were thinking of going to a shopping mall, but we want to have our last executive lounge dinner tonight, which will be in about an hour or so, because it's between 5 and 7. So we were pushing it a bit on time. So now we might go to the pool or chill in the room. Let's see. I think we're both feeling very lazy after the heat. Oh yeah, I didn't actually give you a small update, which is that we changed bedrooms or hotel rooms because I mentioned that we had these crazy, noisy people next to us, and we just didn't feel like dealing with it really because they just kind of kept going. They would say sorry, they'd turn it down, but then, later on still making noise. So like at 9 or 10 at night, or between 9 and 10, we packed up our hotel room and we were moved to like actually a presidential or something called area. So super quiet here, just lovely, right on the top floor. So we were able to escape because, yeah, we didn't feel like dealing with noise and inconsiderate people for our last few days. But it's been really nice. It's a bit smaller, the room, but it's actually in some ways set up better, and we got a balcony, but not as cute a view. I wanted to quickly show you, so I usually always use Clinique lipstick, which I love, but I wanted to get something quite moisturizing actually to put on top of a lipstick, but I ended up being recommended one which is pretty much exactly the same color. Very good, very moisturizing as well. The Clinique one is as well, but I wanted something like which is almost pinky, so it gives a little bit of a pink sheen on top of the like raspberry color. This one is by Terry. Let's see. By Terry. Number 4, Dare to Bear. So this lady recommended to me, I think, Douglas or Sephora. So it's a little alternative, and today, instead of even putting it on top, I literally just put it with my Clinique lip liner, which is in Intense Cosmo, which matches perfectly with the raspberry glaze. So let me do it. Just had to redo after the breakfast, plus iced coffees, and I think it was like a cheesecake. But yeah, I always use pretty much the same shade just because it looks red on the camera, but it's actually like a raspberry color. It just suits me the best. I like that this shade is pretty much the same as the Clinique, very moisturizing. It smells like baby powder a bit, but it's very nice. I don't know which one holds better, but I love them both. Clinique I've been using forever. Like, I think I once decided to start using a lipstick which suited my face. I tried a bunch. The Clinique was perfect, and I haven't gone. I would be open to buying others, but or trying others, but this one is just so perfect for me, at least. And then usually as I said, I wear like a sheer pinky lipstick, and I also bought a new one which I haven't opened yet because I've been using still my old one from Bare Minerals. The new one is Guerlain. I'm very excited to try that. Even by itself, it's like a sheer, very moisturizing kind of lip, I don't know, moisturizer with a tint, which I think will go great on top. But yeah, okay, I'm gonna continue our chilling. Matteo is discussing that how it's a universal friendliness towards Italian, and no one really receives the love the same. And it's true, every time Matteo says he's Italian, people are super happy. And also even like my colleagues, if they're Italian, people are super happy. It's a very interesting reaction. It's nice. Off to our last meal at the executive suite. Sad, but no, actually it's nice, but it's not healthy, obviously. It's just convenient. Then from tomorrow afternoon, evening onwards, it's home cooked meals for a while. Also got some pizza. So the guy from yesterday's battle, Matteo calls Battle Royale of the musicians, is here, the side watch. Yesterday when we walked past him, he was next to another guy with a violin, and they were literally with opposite melodies battling the music out, also the volume of their speakers. It was quite funny, and it was in the dark. Pedestrian. So they block off quite a few streets here actually to make them pedestrian, which is really nice over the weekend. So we're taking a nice longer unplanned walk through the city right now. Also because now the temperature's dropped, it's so nice to walk. There's loads of musicians around, people taking videos and so whatever. It's quite cool. Good vibes. A few police.
Tot ce aș dori să cine neagă.
And check out this very cool church behind me. Got to record. Quickly show you an outfit of the day, recorded it, and turns out Matilda didn't press record. So, top by Topshop, very old but I love it. And a skirt I made myself, and some mango mesh pumps. And this is actually Samsonite, which is quite cool. Very practical bag. Sleepy kitty.